I've been avoiding Tito's vodka for at least a decade for two reasons. One, because it's vodka and I don't really drink that much vodka. And two, because its marketing just really annoys me. But last year, 2024, it sold more bottles than any other liquor in the United States. So I think it's about time that I give it a shot. I've never tasted it before. So I'm going to blind taste test it with 3 different vodkas. And then afterwards, I will try it in a mixed drink that I did actually used to drink with vodka. So it's kind of nostalgic for me. I haven't had it for 15 years. And also I'm going to try it in a skinny bitch cocktail, which is something I would never try, but it's vodka, might as well try something different. Let's see how it goes. The part of the marketing that really annoys me is their whole thing was it's gluten-free, and any distilled liquor is gluten-free. Gluten won't make it through the distillation process. And also, they make a big thing on their label that it's handmade, and it's insulting to us because everyone knows there's no way that it's handmade. The first hand that probably touched it was the hand that took it out of the case and put it on the shelf in the liquor store. I don't think there's any hands involved in the whole process. And then there's that label where, I don't know if this is an accident, if they're doing it purposely, but I've heard people say it's recycled paper, and it's not. But anyway, that stuff just gets on my nerves a little bit. I am slightly interested in the fact that they say that it's made in a pot still, and I don't know how they would make so much in a pot still, but I'm going to take their word for it that it is pot distilled, and that might be a little interesting, but it seems a little counter to the point of vodkas being flavor free, because pot stills usually let more flavor go through the distillation. So I've got 3 vodkas right here. I know one of them is Tito's. I know another one is Stoli Elite, my favorite vodka. I wanted to have that in this blind, just in case it is good. I could test it against something else that is also good. The third vodka is a random vodka from my collection, which I don't know what it is. I just had my spreadsheet tell me which number sample bottle to get. So I'm going to pour these, and I will be randomizing it with this Lazy Susan. Now there's definitely differences in the taste of vodkas, but it's not which one is better, it's which ones are least bad. That's my feelings on it. A good vodka just doesn't taste that bad. It doesn't taste good. So this won't be very pleasant for me. I'm not a fan of sipping on vodka. I will start with this one. It smells like alcohol. There's not a bad smell in there though. Not so unpleasant. Vodka is definitely the alcohol that you need to try side by side to tell a difference. If I drank one of these now and then another one tomorrow and another one the day after, I don't know if I'd be able to tell a difference at all. But side by side is where you could really tell the differences. I think this one has less ethanol smell than this one. This one's better. And I thought for a second it tasted a little sweet too. It's more neutral, but it could be that it's the second one I had, so I'll definitely go back to it. And this is the last one. I think honestly they all smell the same. This one tastes better than the first one, but there's a slight bitterness to it. Definitely more neutral. Okay, I'm going to try the first one again. Oh. Okay, the first one's definitely the worst. I don't like it. This one's better. There's a flavor in there. Just very slight sweetness. It's not a good flavor in the vodka, but the vodka itself isn't hitting that nerve that makes you want to gag. These two are both decent, I think, for vodkas. Or good for vodkas, actually. My guess is this middle one is Tito's. And I think it's not quite as good as this one. Because there's a slight flavor in here I don't think I've experienced before with vodka. See, I didn't even taste it on that sip. It's that slight. I like this one a little better. It's just slightly less ethanol-y. So I'm gonna guess this is random bad vodka. I don't know what it could be. I'm gonna guess this middle one is Tito's. And I'm gonna guess this is Stoli. It goes in that order with how much I like him. This one's bad. Ratings out of 100. This one gets a 9. This one gets a 21. And this one gets a 23. So I'm gonna reveal to myself what they were. Oh, wow. Is that? I'm pretty sure that worst one is the Tito's. Oh no. I gotta open up my spreadsheet because all I have on there is a number. That is crazy that is the Tito's. Why? It's so bad. I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. Oh. I didn't even explore it so much because I thought Tito's was going to be one of these two. Tito's cost me $17. Now, I'm very curious of these other two now. Second place, Stoli. Really? So the Stoli got second place. Now, what could have been better than Stoli? I don't think I have anything better. What is it? So that is Vale Vodka. And according to my last blind taste testing, I also gave it a 23. But I gave the Stoli a 30 instead of a 21. So I guess I just wasn't feeling it today as much as I liked it before. I thought I'd be able to pick out the Stoli. That just sort of says how close vodkas are to each other. But still, very disappointing on the Tito's. Let's try it in a mixed drink that I used to drink when I was younger. I haven't had it for 15 or 20 years. I'm getting a little nostalgic. I want to see if it holds up or if my tastes have changed. So the first drink I'll be trying with the Tito's is a Vodka Red Bull. I live in Nevada. When I was younger, one of our form of entertainment was to go to the casino and gamble on cheap table games, dirt cheap casinos, play $3 blackjack. I'm not even that old. A long time ago, they had even cheaper. There's no way you're gonna get $3 blackjack nowadays. Anyway, at the tables, one of the things I would drink would be Vodka Red Bull. It was because it was popular back then in the early 2000s, maybe late 2000s. I'd have maybe one or two of them and beer. You know, you'd get the more expensive imported beer as your drink because you're not paying for it, it's free. You just throw a dollar tip to the cocktail waitress. So you sit at the tables all night. You don't really win or lose that much if you're playing table games, low limits. It's pretty cheap entertainment actually if you do it responsibly. But you get the free drinks with it. And this vodka Red Bull, it would keep you caffeinated. They say caffeine and alcohol is not good because you it keeps you from knowing how drunk you are, and I call bullshit on that. They say the caffeine keeps you from getting drowsy and the alcohol makes you drowsy. So you don't know how drunk you are, but I don't determine how drunk I am by how tired I am. And I never got too drunk because I was drinking caffeine at the same time. But anyway, I'm not a doctor, don't listen to me. Now this is a 8.4 ounce can. This is the small Red Bull can. I think what I got in the casino was half a can. They started off actually using Red Bull, but later on, I think they changed to like some generic energy drink. So I think you get half a can with 1.5 ounces of vodka. So I'm going to start by just filling this Collins glass with ice. Then I will use 1.5 ounces of the Tito's, half the can of Red Bull. I don't drink Red Bull anymore. I never really drank it then either because it's so expensive. But if I remember right, it is very sweet and it also has like a bitterness to it. I guess I could taste it now. I know you really have to drink it ice cold. Otherwise it becomes like a sort of like a cough syrup. I don't know if this is an acquired taste. I think it's decent. It's a little too thick to drink on its own, I think. I know in the casino you wouldn't get a garnish, but I think this calls for a maraschino cherry. It just seems like it would go well with it. I'm going to use one of the good ones, because why not? Put it right there on top. And there it is, the Vodka Red Bull. Not really a cocktail, more of just a mixed drink. I remember thinking this was pretty good when I was drinking it at the bar, at the casino. Never drank this at the bar. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be. The vodka really cuts down on the sweetness, but it does have a pretty unpleasant bitterness in addition to the ethanol from the vodka. It is a little fruity. I guess the Red Bull has a slight fruity taste to it. And it's definitely less complex than I thought it would be. I thought the Red Bull flavor itself was kind of complex, but it's not. I've seen YouTubers really hate on anything with Red Bull in it. And they act like it's some kind of flavor that kills them. It's not that bad. But this drink isn't that good. It's kind of middle of the road, not interesting. And you still taste the vodka. And I think it's taurine. I think it's the taurine that I'm tasting that makes it a little bitter and slightly medicine-y. I guess if I have to rate it out of 100, I'll give it a 52. I'm gonna try another one, which this is something I would never try by myself. It just doesn't sound good. It's called the Skinny Bitch. I guess this drink is for someone looking to keep the pounds off. The whole thing should be less than 100 calories, and that's 100 calories of vodka. This is gonna be likely the most plain drink I've ever had. And this one I could call a cocktail because it's at least 3 ingredients. This one's gonna go the same way and just mix in the glass by dumping it in there. First up is the 1.5 ounces of vodka, which is a whole 99 calories. And then it's juice from half a lime or half ounce. And about 4 ounces of soda water. And I'll give this one a little stir to mix. Lastly, a wheel of lime. And there we have the skinny bitch. It tastes like a lime LaCroix. Is that what they are, LaCroix? It just tastes like water, and you're thinking it's, what is there, a drop of lime in there? It completely covers up the vodka. Now, yeah, I could see if you're on a diet, you're thinking you're drinking this and it's like you're drinking a glass of water. But really, 100 calories in a little drink like this is still quite a bit. That's about as much as you get from a can of Coke. Isn't that like 150 calories or so? That's so boring. Why? I don't know why you would drink this. I don't drink alcohol to get drunk. It's just the side effect for me. But this, I don't know if you really don't want to taste anything and you still want to get drunk. I mean, maybe the skinny bitches are drinking this and then when they go into the bathroom to throw it up, it doesn't taste so bad when it comes back out. I think I prefer the Vodka Red Bull. I'm going to give the skinny bitch, can I say that, skinny bitch? I guess we'll find out. Not like I'm getting paid for these videos anyway. I'm gonna give this drink a 40 out of 100 because it's not unpleasant. It just tastes like lime, a hint of lime in water. It's kind of surprising that a half ounce of lime and it's only slightly limey. Can I say limey? So it's vodka. And in these drinks, the vodka itself wasn't bad. Maybe these would have been slightly better with a better vodka. But I am very disappointed in the Tito's. I know it has some hardcore fans, but they're I don't know what they're really thinking. At that rating and price point, Tito's gets an F- value for sipping and for mixing. There's cheaper vodkas that are better, apparently. And Vale is one of them. Well, even though these aren't the greatest, I'm still gonna go finish them. I hope you liked the video. I'll see you next time.